Good morning, Needham High. We hope you're all having a wonderful week, especially to our full senior and first year classes with your first all in-person week.
It's great to see everyone's faces and finally have full classrooms. To start things off, we're going to head over to Veronica with a scoop on which Needham businesses will have outdoor seating this summer.
Due to the COVID pandemic, many restaurants were forced to shut down their indoor-outdoor seating opportunities. However, due to the lowering cases and the influx of vaccines, many restaurants have begun to reopen. Restaurants in Needham are now offering dine-in as well. Hearthstone, Masala Art, Needham House of Pizza, the Rice Barn, and Ray's New Garden offer indoor seating. But with the seasons changing and the weather getting nicer, outdoor seating is also a viable option. Hearthstone, Masala Art, and French Press offer generous outdoor seating. The Hungry Coyote and Bertucci's are near Memorial Park, so ordering takeout and having a picnic is a nice way to eat outside. And even though Camella's, Gari, or Fuji Steakhouse don't offer indoor or outdoor seating, ordering takeout from one of those restaurants and eating in the center of town is also a nice way to support local restaurants and spend the day outside.
Wow, thanks Veronica. I'll check out those restaurants for sure. On the topic of food, make sure you check out the Class of 2024 bake sale on May 7th outside the Webster Street entrance after school.
And seniors, make sure to buy your prom tickets now because they're only going to get more expensive.
Speaking of tickets, make sure you and your family grab your $20 tickets to Music from the Heights, an ode to growing up in Needham, which will be shown May 14th and 15th at 7 p.m. and May 16th at 2 p.m.
Now, let's hand it over to Aiden with some photo editing tips on color.
Today we're going to be talking about some of the basics around editing color in your photos.
Alright, so we're going to be using a photo of somebody who clearly thinks they're a lot cooler than they actually are. And we're going to start off by just doing some cropping and light adjustments. So I'm going to use 4x5 because I plan on using this on Instagram and that's the best size for it. And then I'm going to go through and make all of my basic light adjustments. So your exposure, contrast, highlight, shadows. And then we can get into the new stuff, color. One of the first settings you're going to see is temperature, and essentially that determines how warm and how cold your photo is going to be. Moving down is tint. As you move it to the right, you're going to see a little bit more of a purple contrast to some of your warmer hues, and as you move to the left, you'll get the green contrast, so it helps to balance out the temperature. Then moving down from that, you have vibrance, and this essentially controls how bright or how much of the color you're really adding into that scene. So as you move it to the right, you're really drawing out every single drop of color, and as you move it to the left, you're not allowing those colors to come out as much. Similar to saturation, which is the next one. So for this one, we'll leave the vibrance a little bit up. Now, saturation is the most important one because it's the easiest to overdo. As you can see, when I slide the saturation up even a little bit, you're adding a ton of extra color into there and drawing out so much. And as you move it to the left, obviously, it's going to drain out everything almost so that's black and white. So you want to be very careful when you're adding in saturation. And then depending on what software you're using, you can actually go through and determine the hue, the saturation, and luminance for specific colors, and that allows you to make some pretty creative edits.
I hope I was able to give you guys a little bit of a basic understanding of how to edit color in your photos.
Thanks, Aiden. Those are super useful. Hey Josh, guess what it's finally time for? Starts with an S and ends with orts.
Shorts! I'm so excited. I've been waiting to rock some good shorts for the longest time.
No. It's time for sports!
Thanks, guys. Spring sports kick off this week. Good luck to all our Rockets playing Braintree this Thursday and Friday. Check out our YouTube channels for live games and past streams. That's all for this week, and as always, stay fly, Rockets.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Well, that's all we have for this week. Thank you so much for watching NHSN.
Wear a mask in classrooms, hallways, and common areas.
In the cafeteria is the only place you can be maskless, but remember, you have to remain 6 feet apart.
When you're walking in the hallways, you want to make sure to maintain a 3-foot distance.
Wash your hands and/or use hand sanitizer often.
Staircases are only one way.
All hallways are now two-way.
No gathering in groups.
And remain 3 feet apart.
Communicate with the nurses, Miss Brizzo and Miss Austin.
Halt! You need to fill out your health attestation form before entering the school building.